Hello, my friends. All right, let's do this. Let's build and train the decision tree regression model on the whole dataset. So I actually could ask you to do it yourself, even without giving you the hint of what class you would use, because I also would like you to practice to research the documentation. So if I were to ask you to try to do this before me, to build and train this decision tree regression model on this dataset, well, what you would have to do would go to Google or Bing and then type in the search bar decision tree regression class of scikit-learn. Then you would find the name of the class. It would probably be on the first link. And then based on all the work we did before, on how to build and train a machine learning model with scikit-learn, you would totally be able to do this whole step on your own. All right. So if you want to do this, please press pause on this video and do the exercise. And I'm sure you'll be proud to find the solution. All right. And now let's build a solution together, starting with the creation of a new code cell. And here we go. The name of the class that can build a decision tree regression model in scikit-learn is called Decision Tree Regressor. It is a class that belongs to the tree module of scikit-learn, and therefore here we're going to start from scikit-learn, from which we're going to call that tree module, and from which we're going to import that decision. Google Colab will guess it. There we go. So be careful. It's not decision tree classifier. That will be for part 3 classification, but decision tree regressor. All right. This is based on the same model, decision trees, but decision tree regressor will predict a continuous numerical value and decision tree classification will predict a category. All right. Then the next natural step here is, of course, to create an object or an instance of that decision tree regressor class. And we're going to call that, as usual, regressor, which will be equal, of course, to the call of this class. So I'm copying this and pasting that right here and adding some parentheses. All right, so now the question is, do we have to input anything here in the parentheses? Well, actually, no. There are not many parameters to tune in the decision tree regression model. I don't recommend to spend too much time tuning it and just to try it among your other regression models. But if you really want to tune it, please note that there is this part 10 of the course which covers all the techniques of parameter tuning, which allows you to improve and optimize the performance of a single model. And so don't worry, you'll know how to deploy these techniques to enhance a model. But here, we just want to learn how to build and train the decision tree regression model. And therefore, we will only input one parameter, but which is just for training purposes. It is, that random state parameter, which will allow us to get the same result in the end. Because indeed, there are some random factors happening when you build and train your decision tree regressor. And therefore, if we don't fix the seed, we will get slightly different results at the end. And it's nicer to have the same result so that we can all be on the same page. So we're just going to input random underscore state parameter and set that equal to 0. Right? We're fixing the seed here with that 0 value for the random state parameter. And now, final step. Well, you totally know how to finish this. We just need to take our regressor and then call the fit method, which takes as input, of course, the matrix of features X, the whole matrix, and then the dependent variable vector Y. All right, so this will actually train your decision tree regressor to understand the correlations between the position levels here and the salaries. After which you will have a trained model, which you will be able to deploy in production to predict a new result, and especially that salary of the position level 6.5. All right, so that's what we'll do in the next tutorial. But first, let's not forget to run the cell to indeed build and train that decision tree regression model. And also, I want to say congratulations if you, pressed pause at the beginning of this tutorial to code this by yourself first. And also congratulations to those who tried, because that's really what matters, to take action, to at least try and practice. Okay, so all good here. That's great. We have our regression model. And now in that same spirit of, taking action to practice and try to implement things on your own, well, I would like you to try to predict that salary of the position level number 6.5. And there is absolutely no trap here or no difficulty. So I have no doubt you will actually smash this. All right. So please try to do this and we'll implement the easy solution together in the next tutorial. Until then, enjoy machine learning.